March 23rd, 2017, 8:08 a.m.
Stormwater Utility, this is Jeff. Can I help you?
Hi, Jeff. This is Dr. Heidi Woodick. Sorry, I'm a little hoarse this morning. Hey, I'm glad I actually got a hold of you. So, I'm sorry we played a little game of phone tag. Hey, what documents can you get for me? I need the permits, the FEMA grants, what you have for the water levee project.
Yes, ma'am. I looked into what we have, and we really don't keep any records, but what I can tell you is that you can go to our clerk and recorder, and let me see if I can look that up for you real quick.
You don't keep records on something that's going to be almost $1 trillion project?
The clerk and recorder's office keeps the records, ma'am, and you can, what I would suggest you do is fill out a CORA form. That's the Colorado Open Records Act. And you can get they will allow you to go through every record you need.
Okay, and so
they would have everything. We don't keep those records because they keep them.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So did you guys get the United States engineers, the 4 damming engineers on this project? Because they plan to stockpile and dam up 2 large water tanks and then pump this to 5 other states, which means that this would be a federal case, sir. And they're pumping in 9 different counties. And are you aware of that they are changing the water from the creek into a river? I went down there and checked yesterday. I got pictures, and absolutely they are. I've never ever been, ever, all over Colorado, all over the U.S., all over the world. I've never seen a creek have that many culverts. Ever. And we have way more water running through the creek in Beulah, and we don't have 5 culverts.
Sir, ma'am, I know nothing about that.
Okay, but you run the whole flooding project in Pueblo, correct?
No.
No? Who does then?
The flooding project?
Yeah, who would be the flooding engineer? They said that there was, in every county, there was a flood person who would be running the flooding and zoning in that county.
So ma'am, specifically, what do you need?
What I need is to know what all you guys did for the specs. I'm sorry I sound hoarse, so I sound a little...
Sure. No, we did nothing on this.
Oh, okay. So you haven't been brought into this project?
This is in a floodplain, okay? This was in a floodplain, meaning that not that I know that it's changing into a river. Basically, you know, if this isn't in a floodplain, which your property was in, then that is why it has been removed from the floodplain.
Well,
the only
properties do not have to be removed.
At the clerk and recorder's office.
Okay, well, that doesn't make sense because properties don't get removed just because they're in floodplains. Louisiana is a major floodplain. They don't just go tearing down houses because they're in floodplains.
Ma'am, you'll need to, I would suggest getting an attorney to talk to about that.
No, there are no water attorneys in Pueblo that understand water levees. I don't have to get an attorney for freedom of information. I have the right to do my own research, and in fact, what I found out is that I'm quite smarter than most of them.
You go to the city clerk and recorder, fill out a CORA form, and they can get you the information you're looking for.
So you didn't do any engineering and
No, I did not. No, this department did not.
And you're zoning, right?
No, we're not zoning.
Okay, so...
We're stormwater utility.
Oh, you're stormwater utility. So who does... Because zoning told me that you guys are in charge of the stormwater, which all the stormwater would be running through this levee. And that is known fact through the Pueblo chieftain, through the court cases, which means that you guys would be involved in this. And now you're telling me you didn't? This is scary. This is really scary, Jeff. And I'm not knocking you at all. I just cannot believe that they went around you and didn't get you involved. You should be really upset. We could flood the whole area. By the Patriot Act, this is a terrorist attack. This is genocide. And I cannot believe they didn't call you. I would be getting on the phone today if I were you and asking why they didn't involve you in this. This is all stormwater. And I have gobs of newspaper articles saying it's all stormwater. And so for you to not get involved could be posing you as aiding and abetting a serious crime. I mean, major. I found out they don't even have FEMA backing them. And they've been lying and falsifying documentation. That means, Jeff, that you could be involved in a major, major crime. And so I'm not threatening you, I'm just asking you, please, please, check into this, because FEMA is, and all the feds are all over this, and if they did not bring you in, they're doing illegal stuff. Do you know how much money is involved in this? And the damages it could cause to all of Pueblo?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, please look into it. They're looking to pump 200 million gallons a minute through these two levees, the Arkansas and through my property. They've stated on transcript, under oath. They've indicated that they have all the proper documentation from all the zoning and the flooding and stormwaters. And FEMA, and they don't have it. So I sure hope you're not involved in their organized crime.
I do not believe we are.
Okay, well, I sure hope not, but I would be looking into it, and if you didn't, then that would give me much suspicion.
Would you like the phone number for the city clerk and recorder?
I have it, sir, and thank you for the direction. I will get that paper, and I will go down there.
Very good, ma'am.
Okay, I'm just surprised you don't have it, because this is still an active levy. I don't know why you would already relinquish
They keep those records.
You don't keep anything. Well, of course you didn't if you didn't do anything. And then, do you have anything on the land and the EPA studies and all the lead and all of the toxicities in the land affecting the water, the stormwater?
No, ma'am. We do not do those studies. That's usually farmed out to another firm that does those studies. I'm not sure who that would be.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, Jeff, getting back to me and letting me know that you had nothing to do with this. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.
You too.